Okay, let's unpack this deep dive for you. We're zeroing in on a pretty specific setup for a Tamiya Hornet RC car.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. We've got the Tamiya rock block tires. That's part number 54598.
Right, paired up with the Tamiya Hornet Large Diameter wheels, part number 22077.
And our mission here, really digging into the sources you shared, is to figure out what are the absolute best foam inserts for this specific combination.
It's an interesting challenge, like you said, because, well, rock blocks, you usually see those on crawler chassis, maybe.
Exactly. While the Hornet reels are classic buggy. But the key thing is Tamiya does say they fit these wheels. The sources confirm that.
So we can make it work. And
Yeah.
finding the right foam, it's not just, a minor detail here.
No, absolutely not. It's critical, especially with the soft tire like the rock block on this wheel type. The foam is really the unsung hero.
It completely changes the performance off-road, doesn't it?
Totally. It dictates everything like how it handles corners, preventing rollover, even how much grip you actually get.
Right. So let's start with the components then. The rock block tires, 54598. What do the sources say?
Okay, so they're a soft compound. Dimensions are about 94 millimeters outer diameter, 34 millimeter width.
And the crucial bit.
They're designed for 26 millimeters wide, 1.9-inch wheels, and importantly, they don't ship with any foams included. You have to supply those yourself.
Okay, got it. And the wheels. The Hornet large diameter ones, 22077.
Yep, they are exactly that 26 millimeter width we need. And the sources confirm they fit that standard 1.9-inch wheel classification.
Which is great news.
It is. The bead channel diameter is around 48 millimeter. That 1.9-inch standard, well, it opens up a whole world of aftermarket foam options.
So we're not just stuck with Tamiya foams then. Oh, and remind us, these are glue-on wheels.
That's right. One piece, glue-on style.
Which brings us back to the foams. Why aren't they optional, especially with these soft rock blocks?
Well, like we touched on, without the right foam inside, that soft tire can just sort of collapse under load.
Yeah, you can picture that.
Exactly. The sources really stress that foams give you vital sidewall support. Think about cornering hard or driving on a steep side slope.
If that sidewall doesn't have structure...
It just rolls over itself, you lose traction, you lose stability, maybe even flip the car.
Okay. And it's not just support, right? It helps the tread work better, too.
Precisely. The right foam lets the tire tread actually do its job. It helps it conform to uneven ground, distributes the vehicle's weight properly.
Maximizes the contact patch for grip. Make sense?
Yeah. Those soft rock blocks won't perform anywhere near their best if they're just, empty bags flopping around on the wheel.
So let's get specific. Based on the tire dimensions, what was it? 94 millimeter OD, 34 millimeter width?
Around that, yeah. And the wheel is a standard 1.9-inch with that 48 millimeter inner diameter where the foam sits.
So what are we looking for in a foam? Dimensionally.
We need something roughly 90 to 98 millimeter outer diameter, an inner diameter of about 48 millimeters, so a true 1.9-inch fit.
And the width.
About 30 to 34 millimeter wide should fit nicely inside that tire. Now, based on the sources really analyzing what's out there,
This is where the deep dive pays off, finding that specific recommendation.
it really does. The sources strongly point towards one particular brand and model, Pitbull RC Dirty Richard 1.9-inch foams.
Okay, Dirty Richard. Which specific ones?
The DR9010 series. Specifically, the medium compound, which is DR900 FMM, or the firm compound, GR910 FMF.
And why those?
They're highlighted as really excellent dimensional matches. Both are 98 millimeter OD and 32 millimeter width. That just slots perfectly into the rock block tire and sits right on that 1.9 wheel bead.
Medium versus firm.
Medium's probably a great all-rounder, good balance. Firm gives you, well, firmer sidewall support. Maybe better if your Hornet's a bit heavier or you're tackling really rough terrain.
Gotcha. And the sources had a warning too, right?
Yes, very important. Make absolutely sure you get the right Pitbull foams. Avoid their 1.55-inch size foams.
Different inner diameter won't fit the wheel?
Exactly. And also steer clear of Proline's XL 1.9-inch foams. Again, the dimensions are just wrong for this specific tire and wheel combo.
All right. So, we know the parts. Tamiya 54598 tires, 2202A72 wheels, and Pitbull DR9010 foams, medium or firm. Where can you actually buy this stuff?
Well, for the Tamiya parts, your local hobby shop, maybe a hobby town if you're near one, might have them. The wheels are probably more common than the tires, but it's always best to call ahead.
And for those specific Pitbull foams.
Yeah, for specialized foams like that, or just for better selection generally, online is usually your best bet.
Any specific recommendations from the sources?
Horizon Hobby was mentioned as showing both the recommended DR9010 out FMM foams and the 2124 D77 wheels in stock, at least when the sources were checked.
Okay, good lead.
Other big online RC retailers like A-Main Hobbies, Tower Hobbies, RPP Hobby are definitely worth checking too.
And marketplaces. Amazon, eBay?
Sure, you can often find things there, but just, double check the exact part numbers and maybe the seller's reputation before you click buy.
Good advice. And a quick final note on installation.
Right, just remember those Hornet wheels are the glue-on type. So once you've got those nice new Pitbull foams seated correctly inside the rock block tires, you'll need some proper RC tire glue to mount them securely onto the wheels.
Don't want them coming off mid-run.
Definitely not.
Okay, so bringing this deep dive to a close then, optimizing your Tamiya Hornet if you're running those rock block tires on the large diameter wheels. It really boils down to getting the details right.
Yeah, understanding those precise dimensions needed for the foam insert, and then picking the correct 1.9-inch foam, like those Pitbull DR9010s we talked about.
It's all about giving that soft tire the internal structure it needs to actually perform on that specific wheel.
Exactly. It makes a huge difference.
So here's a final thought for you to maybe chew on. How much performance, how much potential are we leaving on the table in, well, any system, not just an RC car, when we overlook the role of these seemingly simple internal components that are actually doing really crucial work behind the scenes?